Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. We're going to pick two random SoulsBorne bosses, and then each one will be given a Tootsie Pop, and whoever licks their way to the center the fastest will be the winner. No biting. That is not allowed. That is cheating. You have to lick your way to the center of it. So we don't condone cheaters here in Battle to the Death. So any cheaters will be put to the death. I will make sure of that. So you have my solemn word on that. All right. Coming down the aisle and standing in the red corner, we have the One Reborn from Bloodborne. Does the One Reborn even have a tongue? Can he even participate in this contest? It's a Tootsie Pop contest. Is the One Reborn one of the great ones? I've had the One Reborn on Battle to the Death before. I'm trying to recall if it's a great one or not. Definitely a pain in the ass boss. A boss that has many tools up its sleeve and is literally a giant pain in the ass. So, yeah, the One Reborn is not a bad boss to land on in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. Definitely some interesting fights could definitely take place. So, we have the One Reborn in one corner, and we are going to take this wheel for another spin. We are going to find an opponent for the One Reborn in the Tootsie Pop licking contest. If, in fact, the One Reborn even has a tongue. I'm sending a different judge in to figure that one out. I am not inspecting that personally. I don't care that much, even though I made the contest and the rules. But still, I'm not going to do it. In the red corner, we have the One Reborn. In the blue corner, we have Rom the Vacuous Spider from the same game, Bloodborne. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, does Rom have a tongue? Jesus Christ. Oh, boy, I may have to pick a different contest for them to participate in, but it is the One Reborn versus Rom the Vacuous Spider in a battle to the death. So now we are going to go to our contractually obligated bios, and let's have a look at the One Reborn. Not much in the way of lore on the One Reborn either. It is the result of an unholy ritual from the people of Yharnam, or whoever took, I don't know. Someone in Yharnam tried to use the people of Yharnam in an experiment to create, to ascend from humanhood to the Great Ones. And the One Reborn was the final one, and that's what they came up with. At what point during the experiment do you, look at it and go, this isn't working, we're going to try something else? No, they decided to go all the way, and now they have this giant monstrosity in the middle of Yharnam. It's made up of grotesque, misshapen body parts, decayed body parts together, and there's a singular giant humanoid torso attached to the entire mass to control its being. So, yeah, it's not going to win any beauty contest, that's for sure. Rom the Vacuous Spider was once a scholar in Bergenworth who was made a Great One by the Great One Kos. In Bloodborne, there is a barrier that prevents a normal human being, such as myself, allegedly, from being able to see the horrors around them, such as the amygdala and other such things. Rom the Vacuous Spider controls this barrier. Does that make sense to you? Well, I don't know how I or Miyazaki can explain it any better to you. If you don't understand it, then I guess you're just shit out of luck. When you face Rom at Moonside Lake, which by the way is a beautiful boss area, Rom is actually kind of a pitiful creature, and is actually kind of adorable, I think, just my opinion. And when you're actually able to get past her defenses and you're kind of running around the side of her, because her head is armored and the head of all of her spiders guarding her are armored as well. When you're able to get past around the side of her and she's like slowly trying to turn and she's kind of looking at you and trying to stop you, it's actually kind of sad. And Rom is kind of cute, and it kind of makes you not want to hurt her so much. But and then she drops 20 more of her little spider helper friends out there to stop, to help defend her. And then what follows is probably another 5 to 10 minutes of just frustrating just trying to get around these stupid little spiders to hit them on the ass and try to get rid of them kind of thing. And then you want nothing more than to slice stupid Rom in half and just get rid of her just like that. That's just my experience of fighting Rom. I still love Rom. I still think Rom is adorable. I can't help it. She's just a cute little creature. But Rom is, I think, a unique boss in the FromSoft world, and I think Rom is beloved. I don't have anything to really base that on, but I think people love Rom, and I am very happy to see her make an appearance in SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. You know what I think is funny about this fight? I think that if the fight started before the War of the Shattering, I think the entirety of the war could take place. Like the entire thing, all the way to the end. And after the war, this fight would still be going on. That's what I think would be happening. I think this would be the slowest fight in the history of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. I love Rom. I've said that before. And the One Reborn is an interesting boss. And he has his share of helpers too as well. I think this is a tough one to judge. I think, again, this is another tough one to judge. Jesus. There's a part of me that wants to say Rom, Rom's helpers could hold off the One Reborn while Rom bombards him with his cosmic magic kind of stuff, whatever he does, or she does, whatever. I'm sorry. And there's a part of me that wants to say that the One Reborn could just run over Rom's helpers and annihilate Rom, at least in some way. I don't want to say annihilate them, but I think that the One Reborn is a little more aggressive, and I think that is the deciding factor in this battle. I think that the One Reborn probably pulls it out in the end. Again, it's a tough one to call. I think if Rom's spider friends there could keep the One Reborn at bay, then I think that Rom can probably pull it off. But no, for the final verdict, I'm going to go with the One Reborn. I think the One Reborn would walk away with the victory in this fight. But that is just my opinion. Feel free to leave yours in the comments. And with that, another edition of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death draws to a close. RobertBlanchardBooks.com if you're interested in the Roar of a Dragon series, if you'd like to hear more about them, the Rise of Dragons podcast, my Linktree, my Instagram, and my Twitter are all Bobby's World 2110. Mondays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Elden Ring No Crimson Flask series. This week on the show, I tackle a couple of caves and catacombs, but I also tell a very personal story after a viewer sent in a DM to me on the Facebook page for the YouTube channel. She asked me a very... Well, I was going to say she asked me a very personal question, but it was a personal question based on something that I had said on the show. She didn't just randomly ask me a personal question that I didn't want to answer on the air or anything like that. But I do answer this question on that episode of the Elden Ring No Crimson Flask run. So check that out if you're interested. It's not something I talk about very often, but I felt the need to answer the question and talk about my experience, and I hope it helps somebody out. I guess that's all I really have to say about that. And then Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, come back here for another edition of SoulsBorne, Battles to the Death. I'm going to be doing some recording later in the week for that, so I'd like to tell you what's coming up, although I never tell you what the matchups are anyway, because part of the fun is the surprise. So, but always fun things on SoulsBorne Battles to the Death. So, I hope everyone has an amazing week. Be well, stay safe, leave a like, subscribe, notifications, and all that junk. I love and appreciate your love and support. That's it. That's all I really have to say. I love you guys for it. So be well, stay safe, and as always, it's Bobby's World, and you're all just living in it. See you for live, y'all. Bye. What's going on, guys? Thank you for checking out the video today, but I got a question for you. Did you know I wrote a book? Did you know I wrote 3 books? Did you know that they're all part of the same series? The Roar of a Dragon, The Treachery of a Weasel, and The Cry of a Raven. ReadersFavorite.com says that its intensity rivals that of the Game of Thrones series. Now, I personally think that's crazy, but it's not for me to judge. It's for you to judge. Go to robertblanchardbooks.com and you can check out the books right now. But wait, that's not all. All 3 books got 5-star reviews in ReadersFavorite.com. These books won the Silver Medal in the Literary Titan Awards. The Cry of a Raven won Silver at the Global eBook Awards. So what are you waiting for? Read about Aiden's dream to become a Knight of Delmar. Read about his death and resurrection. Oops, I gave that away, didn't I? And read about his journey back home from 3,000 years in the future to stop the evil that started in Delmar. Go to robertblanchardbooks.com. You can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free. And then, if you're interested, you can buy the books there as well. And if you've already read the books or you just want to hear more about them, you can check out the Rise of Dragons podcast. You can listen to it wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. And in every episode, I cover a character from the book, an event from the book, my journey into writing, and everything in between. Ripley, what do you got to say about all this?
Give me a treat or I will end you.
You know she's telling you to check out the books. Go to robertblanchardbooks.com to check out the books or listen to the Rise of Dragons podcast if you want to hear about them. That's all I got to say, and thank you for watching this video.